The success of McKinney North this year can be measured by progress, as Coach Gary Hardin joins us now. And Gary, your team didn't pile up the trophies like Boyd or McKinney this year. You were relying on underclassmen all season long, yet you still pull out a sixth-place finish in a very tough district for the second straight year. What represented the greatest progress for such a young team?
Well, I think that the fact that we continually improved throughout the year. The scores in the tournaments were consistently better each week than they were the week before, and that's what you look for. It's not so much where you end up, or it's not so much where you start, it's where you end up. And you look for progress because then you think you're doing some things right and the kids are working hard and so forth. But I think the biggest thing is that we made continual progress from the beginning of the year.
You finished just a shot behind Wiley East at the district tournament. Wiley East coming in fifth, Rockwall taking home the district title, followed by Highland Park, McKinney, and Pierce. Of course, lots of golf tradition in District 10 4A. Take us back to that district tournament. What are you going to remember the most about those 2 days?
Well, we played real well the first day, shot our best round of the year. We were still in about sixth place, but that was to be expected because Highland Park has two good teams, Rockwall had two good teams, Pierce had a good team, and we knew that probably weren't going to beat those teams, but we were really fearful of Heath because that's their home course, or one of their home courses, and we were 10 shots ahead of them, so that made us feel good. We felt like we were doing some things right.
Chris Hillman was your top player all year long, a rare veteran on this team as a senior, second team all-district for a second straight year. What did you like about Chris here in his senior season?
Well, once again, he kind of mirrored the team in that he got better each week. He consistently shot in the high 70s, which is about par for him, and led the team well. Plus, the leadership that he displayed in practice was really, really good. He would take players, especially we had some young players, two freshmen. He would take them and he would instruct them on some things, some fundamentals, because I can't take each player. I've got 10 players out there, and I can't take each one individually. But he was able to take some and really help them grow throughout the year. I think that was his biggest contribution.
And I'm sure he can set an example at the next level. He heads to Texas Lutheran University in Seguin. He'll play for the Bulldogs. What can he accomplish at the next level?
Well, I think Chris still has some good golf in front of him. He's now with a teacher that he really connects with, and I think he's got it all in front of him. I think he'll make some improvements, and hopefully he'll be able to make their top five and contribute. His goal is to go into the golf teaching business. So he's got golf in his future one way or another, and so it will help him. Whatever he does, the experience is going to be invaluable, and if he goes into teaching, it will really help him.
Meanwhile, on this team, two freshmen pitched in to augment what Chris gave you, Zach Anderson and Daniel Malkowitz. When did you know that they could really help you at the varsity level so soon?
Well, we have a habit of bringing freshmen over the spring before and introducing them to the team and letting them even play some practice rounds with us. So I was greatly impressed with both of them last spring. And so I knew they were most likely going to be contributing factors on our top five. And we do that every year for several reasons, but to kind of indoctrinate them into the courses we play, get them used to the players, introduced to the players, comfortable with the players. And it just makes the transition the next fall a lot easier. So we knew last spring that they probably were going to contribute.
Unfortunately for North, Daniel and his family are moving to Minnesota. Anderson is still with you. What can Anderson become as he moves forward in his varsity career?
I think Zach's got a bright future because he works so hard. He spends almost every waking moment at the golf course either practicing or playing. In fact, his dad asked me last summer if he was playing too much, and we had a discussion about that. So you don't have to worry about his work ethic. So I think with that type of work ethic, he's bound to improve greatly, and definitely become a top golfer. He wants to play college golf, and I'm sure that that may be in his future.
You have a new sprawling district that you'll enter next year, 13 4A. You keep Wiley and Wiley East. You welcome back Sherman and Denison. Then there's Greenville, Lovejoy, Royce City. You think that this district sets up well for your team. Why?
Well, because the level of play is more to our liking. They have similar type clientele that we do. They don't have the depth that Rockwall and Highland Park just has so many players to choose from, and they can really pick the cream of the crop. Most of these schools are like us. They have maybe 4 or 5 good players, and they have to go with that. And so the one team, most of them just have one good team, and that's all we'll have to compete against instead of 2 teams from some schools. And so, and they play more on a level that we play on, and hopefully, we'll be in the mix when it comes district time.
Gary, you like the future of this program. The new district is more favorable. You have a young foundation. In addition to Zach Anderson, there are 2 more players joining this team that really excite you.
Yeah, we brought 2 over this spring. One is transferring over from another school. He's moving into our zone, and he's a budding golfer, young. He's got a lot of physical tools. He's a strong young man, big young man. The other one is a player that plays constantly in tournaments, so he's tournament tested. He came right in and challenged some of our existing golfers the first week he was there, so he's not intimidated by anything. Really looking for big things from him. He's coming over from Cockrell Middle School.
Gary, thanks so much for the time. Congratulations on this year. Best of luck in the future.
My pleasure, Ted.
Gary Hardin, head coach of the North Bulldogs. It was a year of growth for North, and they're shooting for more as they enter a new district next season. And that is our show for today, and that's it for this school year. Thanks so much to everyone who makes this possible, the coaches, of course, Athletic Director Sean Pratt, the incomparable leader of McKinney Educational Television, Carla Schumacher, our production assistant, Haley Hanna, and producer, Mike Bruck. Remember, if it's McKinney ISD Athletics, it's on Sports Talk. I'm Ted Emrich. See you next season.